The past few weeks, the world has encountered a global viral pandemic, infecting more than 1.5 million worldwide, with the US sustaining 435,000 of them as of April 9th. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention, or CDC, even estimates potentially up to 1.7 million deaths in just the US alone. We met an extremely infectious virus that crippled markets and left 7 million Americans unemployed. With numbers spiraling exponentially globally, healthcare services faced a crisis in providing adequate care for a growing number of patients, driving the need to drastically decrease its spread. Thus, N95 masks became crucial to maintaining the health of the healthcare professionals and civilians, protecting them from airborne respiratory droplets. However, masks have become a global scarcity, and an extended shortage would be deadly to those awaiting care.
Hello, my name is Roland Yan, and I am a junior at Clarkstown High School South. My research inquiry is, can N95 and surgical facial respirators be reused to combat the severe shortage in the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic?
My research project is split into 3 phases: research and preparation, experimentation and data analysis, and application and outreach. For the first phase, I performed background research and identified the primary key objectives of my research: to test if N95 mask reuse and disinfection will compromise its filtration efficiency, develop a method for civilian disinfection with available items, and design a mask clip to effectively seal N95 masks. Then I formulated my experimental design.
From research done previously on the SARS virus, it was determined that the coronavirus would be disinfected similarly, and through a dry oven heating at a range of 70 degrees Celsius and above for 30 minutes. Using that information, we decided to test various masks at different settings to determine whether the dry heating disinfection compromised the mask filtration efficiency. After consulting my supervisor, Professor Steve Chilwood at Lamont Doherty Earth Observatory at Columbia University, we decided to test the following common respirators: the Modex N95 respirator, 3M N95 respirators, and surgical masks, the last 2 of which were distributed to the Good Samaritan Hospital. On April 3rd, the White House and the CDC recommended people to wear their own homemade cloth coverings. So I decided to build 3 of these, made out of cotton, acrylic, and polyester, following the CDC's instruction. In order to perform the experiment, we decided to use black carbon, or BC, generated from a kerosene lamp as a proxy of the coronavirus for the similar sizes.
2 pairs of a 10-liter per minute pump and a black carbon monitor were placed into a combustion and exposure chambers, one threaded through a mass silicone mannequin and another pair outside. Thus, we measured the black carbon in the exposure chamber, and that got past the mask. Each of the 3 masks per model were labeled and fixed securely onto the mannequin. They were placed into the exposure chamber and ran until 10 sets of BC values were recorded each. Then they were wrapped in aluminum and placed into an oven at 77 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes. Here I demonstrate putting it into the chamber. There were also 3 masks per month, completed 10 runs of exposure and 9 heat disinfections between. After recording the values from all runs, the average filtration efficiency is calculated and plugged into the figure, where all masks had overlapping standard deviations, demonstrating negligible differences over 9 disinfections in 10 runs, with Moldex and 3M masks even above 95% efficiency. However, surgical masks issued to doctors filtered only at an average efficiency of 85, despite the insignificant change throughout cycles. Homemade masks fared the worst, with acrylic at 70, cotton at 55, and polyester at 44%, making homemade masks viable only without other alternatives.
3 replicate masks of each model also participated in a sealing test, where the same mask would be tested with and without effective sealing. Non-sealed masks were simply placed into the mannequin, while sealed masks were held down by tightening strings, tape, or clip.
In the table, we compared the average efficiency per mask, sealed and unsealed, with each mask's efficiencies massively decreasing with each normal unsealed use. Modex dropped in efficiency from 99 to 43, Aura from 95 to 56, and surgical masks from 79 to 42, denoting the need for more effective sealing. We then tested it in a run exactly as done previously, yielding the same filtration efficiency as a sealed test respectively. Normal usage of N95 masks were unsealed, with efficiencies around 50% each, and this mask clip provides a practical, inexpensive, and non-invasive approach to boost that 50 to 95% efficiency.
Lastly, I designed an experiment to help aid civilians in disinfecting N95 masks within their own homes. Using only common household appliances, I wanted to target a method that keeps the civilians safe and prevents potential infection in the process.
We ran a black carbon test of a mask placed within an airtight pressure cooker preheated at 77 degrees Celsius and centered within a basic home oven, revealing an efficiency above 95%, making this procedure a viable option for normal civilians. The pressure cookers being just a cautionary approach, people may also find aluminum foil effective as well.
The last phase of my project is the application of my research and the bridging to actively help my community and the world.
My research will be published in the Journal of International Society of Respiratory Protection and Columbia University's Earth Institute blog.
I'm continuing to publicly release information through videos on YouTube pertaining to N95 masks and various explanations and proper usage. I am also going to release the design for the mask clip available for free online so that people may protect themselves and their families, slowing the spread of the virus. For my own community, I am in contact with Senator Carlucci, who has expressed great interest in spreading the word on reusing N95 masks to the community. The virus has affected over 209 countries from all across the globe, all facing similar problems and shortages. Primarily, my goal is to still provide this information for public use as much as possible, and it extends even to areas outside of our country.
I came into contact with the Thailand section director of the International Rescue Committee, who described on April 4th that over 90,000 refugees and staff will run out of respirators in 3 weeks. I'm providing information directly to aid the refugees and medical volunteers fighting at the front lines.
Although we all tread a harrowing path of triumph and grief, it is these key moments where we share our humanity, where we set apart our differences and come together as a community, a state, a country, and a world. My research will be aided by that of many others, and I hope to collaborate as I am with other universities to give what we can to aid in this fight together. I would like to thank the judges for their time and dedication that gave me the chance to participate in this year's Tri-County Science Fair and voice my research. Stay indoors, stay healthy, and stay safe. Thank you.